to the most exciting global martial arts event, One Championship!
Welcome to the largest martial arts show in the world. Welcome to One Championship live from Singapore, where tonight in our main event, Nongo versus Samapet Fairtex for the One Super Series Bantamweight Muay Thai World title. Also on tonight's card, Amir Khan, the Knockout King, takes on F-Ting. Troy Worthen takes on the Rockman Chen Li. Rahul Raja versus Furkan Shima, India versus Pakistan. Tej Damrong Shamnoy Sirinchok hits Muhammad Imran. Colby Northcote on debut takes on Putri Padmi. Alex Silver's back against Peng Shuwen. And on our prelim card tonight, Pet Morencott takes on Charlie Peters from the UK. And the Vietnamese sensation Nguyen Tran Donut takes on Yuta Watanabe. Bruno Pucci, the Pucci Bull, back in action, takes on Shuya Kamakubo. And Brown Penis takes on Liam Nolan. And kicking off our prelim show, it's a One Super Series Muay Thai clash set for 3 rounds of action. Brown Penis takes on Liam Nolan at featherweight. Lock yourselves in, this one should be a ripper.
Representing the United Kingdom, Liam Nolan.
Representing the UK, Liam Nolan, the Raw Combat League World Champion, born in the north of London to a young single mother, experienced many tough times growing up. But once he found his place in the martial arts world, he really found his place in the world. Began a martial arts career in Taekwondo and Wing Chun, of course, the martial arts style that Bruce Lee originally trained in, was developed by a Buddhist nun. Trained for about a year before discovering Muay Thai, became hooked immediately. Actually left school at the age of 16 in Nolan to concentrate on his budding Muay Thai career. Had 21 pro bouts by the time he was 21, and he's now a world champ.
Come on, representing the Netherlands, Brown Penis!
27-year-old Dutchman Brown Penis makes his way to the One Super Series ring yet again. What great success he had against Johan Fairtex Dry. One of the greatest knockouts we've seen in One Super Series, when Brown knocked out Dry in the second round with a spinning elbow at Warrior's Dream in November last year. 2-time European kickboxing champion, Dutch national kickboxing champion, 26-10-1 record for Brown, and those 4 ounce gloves tonight under Muay Thai rules means, Mitch Chilson, there is no room for error.
Yeah, and no room of error is what Brown Penis will give you. This guy's never lost by KO or TKO. He has got an ironclad chin, and he wants to put that on display here tonight. He believes that Liam Nolan has a very good, well-rounded game, but he just thinks he's a step up in every single area, Michael. He wants to apply a lot of pressure. He knows that Liam Nolan is very skilled. He's got a very good push kick, and he's going to do a lot of feints off that push kick. So expect Brown Penis to create a lot of angles. Look for Brown to really put a lot of pressure on him. He likes to attack the body, and he likes to set that up with those beautiful elbows that he's got. So expect him to close that distance and look for some nice elbows inside. He's used to competing overseas, so this is a very good matchup between 2 long-range strikers, Michael Schiavello.
A man of few words, Brown. We asked him yesterday your prediction for this match. He simply said, knockout. It's a One Super Series Muay Thai clash set for 3 rounds of action with 4 ounce gloves. The Netherlands versus Great Britain, 2 traditional Muay Thai stylists, both stand at 187 centimeters. Liam Nolan is 5 years the younger in this featherweight contest. For our official introductions, let's go to Tom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium, this is One Edge of Greatness. And now we begin with the first match of the evening. 3 rounds of 3 minutes in a One Super Series featherweight Muay Thai contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is a Roar Combat League Muay Thai World Champion, standing at 187 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai record of 16 wins and 6 losses. Training out of Knowlesy Academy, representing the United Kingdom. Put your hands together for Liam Nolan. And now, introducing his opponent out of the red corner. He is a 2-time European kickboxing champion, standing at 187 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai record of 26 wins and 10 losses. Training out of RAA Trainingen, representing the Netherlands. Give it up for Brown Pinas. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Atsushi Onari.
Hey, wait up. Okay, it's Muay Thai rule, okay? 3 minutes, 3 rounds. Okay? Okay, thank you.
Final instructions from our center referee, Atsushi Onari.
Judge, time.
Brown,
ready,
the Dutchman.
Ready, go!
Against the former male model, Liam Nolan, out of the UK, with Knowles in his corner. Training partner, of course, of former One Super Series World Champion, the General, Jonathan Haggerty.
Yeah, Liam Nolan has a very similar style to Jonathan Haggerty. Like that push kick, they set it up the same way. A lot of feints coming off of that push kick, and they like to close that distance as well.
On One Fantasy, on the One Super app, the world's largest martial arts fantasy game, 57% of fans are tipping Brown for a win over Liam Nolan tonight. Good round kick upstairs from Nolan. Brown goes downstairs. Looks to the inside leapers, Brown. Both men very sharp on the release of their kicks and their elbows. Brown kick there, trying to loop the shin around the back of the neck. Good jab, high kick from Nolan. Forces Brown against the rope. Brown ties him up. Referee Onari is going to break them. Solid start, no real filling out process in this one. Set for 3 rounds. 3 judges ringside, scoring in a 10-point must system. Highlights round again from Nolan. Jumping roundhouse kick from Nolan. Out of that southpaw stance. Orthodox stance for Brown.
Nolan's really starting to come into his own. We saw an excellent performance out of when he competed against Blanc Pinoy last time we saw Liam Nolan. He just lost a little bit of a majority decision because he wasn't as active as he wanted to be. He believes he's made the necessary adjustments to correct that here tonight.
Real leg so far, working a treat for Liam Nolan. Inside leg kick, nicely done there for the young man from London. Upper right leg back to Brown. So let's start here from Nolan. Cracks away that left leg again. Brown's record 26-10-1. 2-time European kickboxing champion. 16-6-1 for the Raw Combat League World Champion, Liam Nolan.
Nolan's being very active inside that close range. As soon as Brown Pinas steps into that range, he immediately starts firing those elbows.
Nolan, gloves up high, looking through his brow. Left round kick there. Back leg of the southpaw. Gives up the experience to Brown, but wouldn't go again. This is a formidable start from Liam Nolan. Catching counter, nicely done.
30 seconds left in the first
from
round.
Nolan.
Nice combination thrown off the release there. Liam Nolan's really starting to find his range and he's starting to put a lot of aggression into a lot of these combinations. Brown's gonna have to solve this puzzle real quick.
Lots of instructions from Knowlesy out of Knowlesy Academy in the corner of Liam Nolan. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Once again, folks, give the more dominant athlete 9 points on your personal scorecard. The less dominant athlete should get the more dominant should get 10. There's the end of the first round. We go to the towel.
Very active round coming off of Liam Nolan. Look at this, beautifully done. Just disrupts the balance just a little bit there. Just kind of, you can see Brown caught it at the edge of there, his forearms, but a lot of forward pressure coming from Liam Nolan. And that's what he needed to do. He needed to get off to a very quick start. Typically, you see a lot of these Muay Thai athletes have a slower first round, but that's the difference between one Super Series. You're only allowed 3 rounds, so you don't have that time to get used to that first round, so you immediately have to jump on your guys. And if you can walk away with a quick round under your belt, it really gives you confidence moving into the second and third stanza, Michael.
For you watching around the world, folks, how do you score us? Let us know across all your social media platforms at One Championship on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Do you have it 10-9 for Liam Nolan? Do you have it 10-9 for Brown? Referee Onari gets us underway. Second of 3. 4-ounce gloves, 1 Super Series Muay Thai. Knees, elbows, all the good stuff. Probing jabs here from Nolan, trying to back Brown up. Good cracking rear leg ground kick again. And once more. Both trying to damage the upper right ribs and also chop down the forearm of Brown. So he'll drop that forearm and maybe allow Nolan to kick him flush in the head. Both got speed and precision. High kick there from Nolan again, relying on that back leg, being the power side of the southpaw.
Nice long guard coming from Liam Nolan. You can see Brown's having a little bit of a hard time trying to cut through that guard.
Brown has been very confident, very quiet around the hotel all week with his entourage, sightseeing around Singapore, making weight quite well. Came in highly prepared for this one. Nolan as well, having spoken to him and his trainer Knowlesy, very calm confidence in the young man. Like red welts you see on the biceps there of Nolan, where he's caught those round kicks off the left leg of Brown. Roundhouse kick off the back leg there from Nolan, doubles up and a Brown double forearms guard. Arms turned forward, open fingers on both men here. Traditional Thai stance will have the palms face outwards for a few reasons. One of them to catch the jabs coming in and to also be able to parry those punches and also evade those elbows, go against those elbows. We'll see plenty of elbows, I'm sure, in our main event, Nongo versus Samapet Fairtex for the Bantamweight World Championship. Both men in that main event have gone to knockout with the elbows. Probing jab from Liam Nolan. Switch up. Round kick to the head there from Nolan. Thought about a jumping knee, did Brown. See the Sakyant tattoos on the back there of Brown. These tattoos are traditionally done with the needle and the little hammer. Painful process. As long with a monk's blessing usually. A protective blessing for the athlete. One kick there from Nolan. We know that's one of the specialties of Knowlesy's Academy. See it often from the general, Jonathan Haggerty. Putting back elbow jab.
30 seconds left in the
Brown.
Go!
Good idea from Brown to try and go the 45-degree trajectory on the elbow. There's a downward elbow off the back arm from Brown. It eats a front kick. Get around here from Brown. Slapping punch off the left hand. 4 boss punch combination. Spinning elbow there from Brown. Jumping around kick. Nicely done. Crowd appreciated it from Liam Nolan.
Nice little elbow there. As you can see, Brown tried to close that distance with the spinning elbow, and Liam Nolan saw it coming because it was like the second time he threw it that round. He was able to drop one in his own.
We are broadcast to over 140 countries around the world tonight. Make sure you check your local TV guides. Here in Singapore on Toggle and Channel 5, BR Live and TNT on the USA. Big hello to all of our fans on Star Sports Select 2 and Hotstar in India. How about those guys in Myanmar? They love us on Skynet and MNTV. How do you have it, folks? You have it 2 rounds to zip in favour of Nolan. That would make it 2018 to Nolan. You have it 1 round apiece. Maybe 10-9 Nolan first, maybe 10-9 Brown second. 1 more round to go, and still, I dare say, anyone's for the taking. Third and final as a great crowd builds into the Singapore Indoor Stadium. We are expecting a sellout. The hottest ticket in Singapore tonight is One Championship Edge of Greatness.
Go!
Mitch, what does Brown need to do for the next 3 minutes?
I like how he turned up the volume there in that second round. He needs more of that. I like how he's subtly stepping off to the left. You can see that that front leg is very important. Whoever controls that left foot, whoever controls that center step is going to be able to control that right hand or the left hand in Liam Nolan's case. So it's going to be very important. I'd like to see him maybe step off that center line a little bit, throw that right hand a lot more.
Right hand lead there from Brown out of orthodox stance. Nolan's left glove up very high to defend against that right round kick. Checks the low kick, does the man from Great Britain. Right hand lead again from Brown. Anyone's for the taking here, but who wants to dig a little deeper in the third and final round and really steal the show? Good right hand there from Brown. Throwing that right without a setup for most of this round so far. But a good rivalry over the years between Dutch Muay Thai stylists based in England and the rest of the UK. Right hooking punch there from Brown.
Brown is dangerous inside that boxing range. Let's go those combinations. I see him throw a little bit more, especially ending it with the kicks as well. He's doing a good job of piecing up that inside leg of Liam Nolan. But Liam Nolan's got to be a little bit more active this time. He's got a minute and a half to do as much work as he can. And right now, it looks like Brown's figured out the range. He also figured out the distance as well.
Nolan had a tremendous opening round. May have gone off the pace a little in the second. And it's Brown who's landing the better punches here in the third round. Good front kick there from Nolan. Cracking round kick. That's more like it from Liam Nolan. Damaging those upper right ribs of the Dutchman Brown. Spinning back elbow from Brown. Nolan trying to make him pay. Brown pulling Nolan forward. Under a minute to go, third and final. So anyone's for the taking. Could have very well been one round apiece after two. There are no draws in one Super Series. Punch combination falls short for Brown. Also the left hand out of southpaw stance for Nolan. Good round kick. Hook to a
30 seconds left in the final round.
Nolan a little flat-footed here.
You can see as this match is wearing on, you can see Brown's made the necessary adjustments inside the range finding exactly where Nolan is going to retaliate back, and he's just slightly out of the range when Nolan fires back.
Final seconds, front kick from Nolan. 3-2 combination from Brown, got Nolan against the ropes here. Hooking, capture and counter there from Brown. There it is, we go to the judges in this featherweight contest. How do you score it, folks? Do you have it for Brown? Do you have it for Liam Nolan after three?
You can see Brown was just trying to figure out that distance. You could see that Nolan liked that push kick, but once Brown kind of figured that out, he was able to start to let those hands go. Good work on Liam Nolan's side just to keep active with that push kick. I liked how he was touching him up with the inside leg kicks, but you could see that as the match wore on, Brown's experience just kind of came to fruition, and you were able to see the game plan sort of unfold for Brown Pinas.
3 rounds of action. Winner of the round gets 10 points. Less dominant athlete gets 9 points. How do you score at a glittering side inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium? As I glance around, we're about 75% capacity. We will be sold out, and I think it'll only take about half an hour. This place will be full as a ghoul. Will it go to Liam Nolan? Will it go to Brown? Let's go to Tom Lau and find out our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Liam Nolan.
Liam Nolan takes a decision here in Singapore. The winner's medal goes back to the UK around the neck of young Liam Nolan. Great first round from Nolan, really established him. And that is a great performance from this young man. Next up, folks, a mixed martial arts rules contest set for 3 by 5. and this one should be an absolute cracker. The Poochie Bull, Bruno Pucci is back, takes on Shuya Kamakubo.
Representing Japan, Shuya Steel Kamikubo.
A 26-year-old Japanese warrior they call Stout, Shuya Kamakubo, grappler out of Yokohama, the Deep Future King 2014 tournament champion. A former collegiate judoka out of Japan's Kawasaki Prefecture out of Yokohama. This is one tough individual. 10-1-1 record, 3 knockouts, 1 submission, a 40% finishing rate. BJJ purple belt, judo 3rd degree black belt, riding a 6-match winning streak. A ball of muscle, Shuya Kamakubo.
Representing Brazil, Bruno Pucci.
28-year-old Poochie Bull, Bruno Pucci, the 2-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu no-gi grappling world champion. 7-3 record, 6 submissions, 1 knockout, a 100% finishing rate for the husband of world champion Angela Lee. BJJ 1st degree black belt under Sebastian Lally. Pucci always comes looking for the finish, and he does it in highlight reel fashion, Dragon.
Yeah, Bruno Pucci is an impressive grappler. I've been on the mat with this young man, and he is a beast. He's coming off of a huge win. He was able to tap out Boku back in January, and he got it done in the very first round. This guy on the mat is a wizard, but for the past 10 months, this guy has been sharpening his sword. Visa issues kind of prevented him from traveling, and so he's just been at the laboratory getting it done, and he has put in a lot of good work, especially in the stand-up realm. And he tells me backstage that he wants to let some of these hands go. He wants to show the people at home just what he's been working on, and he is not just a one-trick grappling pony. He's got some serious stand-up skills, and he really wants to put those to the test. He knows that Kamikubo is a very strong grappler, so Bruno Pucci wants to piece him up on the feet and then eventually take him down and choke him out. But I would expect that Bruno Pucci really is going to show us a lot of new tools. I think he's got good hands. He's been working a lot on his kickboxing, but overall, on the ground is where this kid is something special. He's a 2-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu no-gi world champion, and that is no light feat. I've seen these guys go at it, and he is a spectacular grappler, Michael Cirillo.
The Poochie Bull back in the One Championship ring. It's a mixed martial arts contest set for 3 by 5-minute rounds. Brazil versus Japan. BJJ versus grappling. Pucci is the taller by 15 centimeters. Here's Dom Lau.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this next match is 3 rounds of 5 minutes in a One Championship bantamweight contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is a deep tournament champion, standing at 165 centimeters tall, holding a mixed martial arts record of 10 wins and only 1 loss. Training out of Tri-H Studio and Itadaki Jiu-Jitsu, representing Japan. Give it up for Shuya Steel Kamikubo. And now, introducing Introducing his opponent out of the red corner. He is a two-time No-Gi BJJ World Champion, standing at 180 centimeters tall, holding a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu record of 170 wins and 55 losses. Training out of Evolve MMA and United MMA, representing Brazil. Please welcome Bruno Puccibo. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Yoshinori Umeki.
Betting, Moroblo, Tagbako to head, okay, please make a fair fight. Second, stay corner.
Final instructions from referee Umeki. First round set for 3, but will it go that far? Glittering audience inside the mighty Singapore Indoor Stadium for one championship edge of greatness. On the One Fantasy game on the One Super app, 65% of fans are tipping a win for the Pucci Bull. Bruno Pucci looks to really choke here on Kamakubo. Kubo driving him against the ropes.
This is what Kamikubo does. He likes to apply that pressure. And you can see Bruno Pucci is looking massive at bantamweight. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time Bruno Pucci has competed at this weight. He's been a 10-bout or so competitor in the featherweight division, so now he's dropping down to bantamweight to test the waters. And this is his first test. And Bruno Pucci just jumped guard there. Looks like he has that left arm of Kamikubo trapped. Let's see what he decides to do with it.
Right next to his corner here, Pucci receiving instructions from head coach Ken Lee, world champion and brother-in-law Christian Lee, and of course Angelo Lee also in the corner.
Bruno Pucci's threatening a possible triangle here. He's got to pull that leg a little bit further down on the back of the neck of Kamikubo. Kamikubo might be able to slide out. That he does. Now he's on top. Bruno Pucci's got a very active guard, so expect him to actually stand back up and right back into work.
6 submissions in 7 wins for Bruno Pucci, 1 knockout for a 100% finishing rate. 170 wins in BJJ. Competition for the 2-time IBJJF No-Gi Grappling Under 70 Kilo World Champion. Kuba, the judoka.
Kubo also has a very impressive record. He's only dropped 1 match, and that was back in 2015. So currently he is riding a nice little 6-match win streak, I think.
6 it is, 6 and 1 draw, so 7 matches undefeated, 6 of them wins for Kamakubo.
This is a perfect crossroads match for both these guys. Bruno Pucci jumping back in the bantamweight division, but this is a very good test for Kamikubo right now.
Hammerfist strikes on the head, takedown there from Bruno Pucci. Crowd enjoyed it, looks to take the back of Kamakubo. Pucci trying to take it.
Nice little back take here. He's got 1 hook in. And he doesn't need the second hook. He might be able to just lace up the hips right here, but he is going to try to get, there you go. See how he kind of triangles the hips like that? Nice. That's a good job by Kamikubo to battle that off and end up on top.
Opposition here for Shuya Kamakubo, the 28-year-old. Kamakubo, 82 in Pucci's corner here, Dragon.
Yeah, so this is kind of Kamikubo's MO. He's going to try to triangle the legs. He's going to try to suck the hips away from the ring corner there. So Bruno Pucci's not able to work his way back up. Bruno Pucci has a very explosive get-ups. He gets up extremely fast. So you can see Kamikubo has triangled the legs. And now Bruno Pucci slides those legs out. Now he's going to start digging underneath. Deep half guard. Good job by Kamikubo to stop it and look for some knees. Bruno Pucci's trying to suck in that single leg. He's trying to do it, but heavy sprawl coming from Kamikubo.
Back to their feet now, drives Kamakubo against the ropes. 1:30 remaining, first round of 3. Takedown there from Pucci, looks to take the back of the Japanese warrior.
Good job by Kamikubo. Work his way back up, and now Bruno Pucci's on your back, and that's a bad spot to be in. Let's see if Kamikubo can shake this off and end up on top. The last 75 seconds to go. And again, that's what he tries to do. He tries to take those legs, shove them in between him, triangle the legs, and then just slowly soften you up. It's going to be hard to submit the BJJ World Champion, Bruno Pucci, but he is going to be able to do a lot of good work, especially here. Look at that front headlock position, dropping the knees on Bruno Pucci.
Pucci's 3 losses have all come by knockout. They've all come in the very first round. 45 seconds to go, first of 3 here. Pucci, 15 centimeters taller than Kamakura, walks around 9 kilos heavier than his opponent. Is a choke artist, has stopped his opponent by a choke. Those by a rear naked, loves to take the back end, knock opponents out like pancakes. See Ken Lee, bottom left of screen there, giving instructions to Bruno. What would Ken be saying right now, Mitch?
You can see that he's got the seatbelt position, so he's trying to take the back here. You can see he's just right now trying to just hold the position, end up in a dominant position at the end of the round, just to look good in the judge's eyes. He doesn't want that to happen. You can see Kami Kubo just keeps sucking that leg in, trying to get on top. But again, we saw some good work from both sides in this top position. We can see Kami Kubo had that front headlock and then just started letting those go. And those were those are pretty much the most significant strikes of that round, was just the knees. You can see Kami Kubo was able to get that control, but it's all gonna come down to that control in this next round. Who can get on top, who can control their opponent, and who can shut down their game. You can see Ken Lee is in the corner of Bruno Pucci, barking instructions at him. Most likely it's gonna be, let's see the hand, let's see the stand up. Let's utilize this boxing that you've been working so hard on. Put that jab out there. We know what Kami Kubo is gonna do. Kami Kubo immediately is gonna try to shoot. He's gonna try to close that distance and get nice and tight, get on top, and start beating on Bruno Pucci. This might be a perfect time for Bruno Pucci to utilize that stand up that he's been working so hard on.
Kamakura charges out of his corner. Second round of 3, locks onto a high single here as the Japanese warrior. Which strikes off the right arm from Bruno Pucci. Kamakura takes him down. Top position, half guard here from Kamakura. What are the options, Dragon?
Well, Kami Kubo, he's probably going to try to go to front headlock again, maybe look for some of these knees. And try to stop a little bit of ground and pound. He might be looking for a baseball choke. But this is where Kami Kubo truly excels.
You say baseball choke?
Baseball bat choke. You grab your hands like this. You can see what he's kind of doing there. He kind of goes, turns his baseball bat. Nice little choke right there.
Never heard that before.
See me doing this choke motion right here?
Did you make that up?
I did not make that up.
Baseball choke.
I think Bruno Pucci's actually hit me with a baseball bat choke a couple of times. To be quite honest with you.
Into the face there from Kamakura. Let us know, folks, if you've ever heard of a baseball choke. Across all your social media platforms at Twitter, baseball bat choke. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Have you heard of a baseball bat choke? At One Championship, give us a follow.
I know my YouTube family is going to jump in here and defend me on that one. Good control again. See, this is what all about that top control coming from Kami Kubo. Good job by Bruno Pucci to work his way back up, but he's going to immediately start to defend again because he always attacks, just does not give you that second to breathe. Doesn't give you that moment to sort of relax, regroup, and sort of regain plan. He's immediately jumping on top of you, trying to suck those legs in, trying to stay nice and tight, and then just starts beating on you.
Kamakura locking onto that single, trying to switch to a double, to no avail though for the Japanese athlete. Former collegiate judoka, tremendously powerful individual. Riding that 6-match winning streak, 7 undefeated streak though. One draw in the mix for the BJJ purple back. One submission in 10 wins, 3 knockouts. Half guard position again for Kamakura.
And we're approaching the halfway point of this match, and I gotta say, I am extremely impressed with the grappling prowess of Kami Kubo. I've seen him do this to a lot of opponents, but he has never done it to an opponent of this caliber of grappler. You can see he is just all over Bruno Pucci. He's definitely putting that 3rd-degree black belt in judo of his to the absolute test. You can just see him smothering Bruno Pucci. Every time Bruno Pucci tries to move, you can see him lacing up an arm, pulling your hand out, trying to attack, trying to beat on you. This constant, relentless pressure coming from Kami Kubo.
All tied up here. Pucci taking a hold of the left leg of Kamakubo. 150 remains, second of 3. Now Pucci tries to take the back and do what he does well. No skills up the bottom. Looks like a little naked choke. Maybe can get a hold of Nam here. Not to be though for the Pucci ball. Grab the right wrist. Ground and pound as Kamakubo postures up. Heavy fists here from Kamakubo. Oh, that one, the schnoz. Nicely done with the right hand from Kamakubo.
The thing about Bruno Pucci, you give him one moment, you make one mistake, and he's got to choke in nice and deep. So Kami Kubo is going to have to be very careful here, especially in these last 75 seconds. Exactly how much more can he do without making that mistake? Because right now, he has been flawless in this game plan so far.
Mitch, do you think there's any added pressure on Bruno, given that his wife is world lightweight champion, his brother-in-law is world lightweight champion? Is there any added pressure having them also in your corner here tonight?
I don't know. To me, it would be tremendous pressure. It would be very hard to be surrounded by that, but when you're surrounded by that kind of caliber every single day, all it can do is lift you up. All it can do is help you rise to your ultimate performance, and that's what we need to see from Bruno Pucci. He needs to dig deep inside of himself and really start to put on the performance that we know he's capable of. Because right now, Kami Kubo is shutting him down.
25 seconds remaining, takedown there. Pucci on his back, now on his stomach. Kamakubo's had a very good second round. First round, some very good instances from Bruno Pucci. Don't forget the judges are scoring this as an overall bout and not round by round. Knees here from Kamakubo. Pucci trying to block that one with his chin. We'll welcome the third and final here. Bruno Pucci will get some much needed instructions from Ken Lee.
Man, just beating on Bruno Pucci from the top position. You can see every chance he gets, you can see him hold nice and tight to the head there. Just started delivering a little bit of ground and pound, not doing big damage, not hurt, not doing any massive hurts. You can see Bruno Pucci really taking a lot of damage, but he is slowly accumulating a lot of ground and pound damage, slowly starting to soften him up. But this is what Kami Kubo does. He grabs a hold of you, holds you down, and then beats on you.
Mitch, do you think we'll see a baseball bat choke in the third round?
We quite possibly could. It could happen. You can see right there from the replay, he was searching for it. I got to stick you into a gi, Michael Chavello. I got to show you some of what exactly we're working with here.
I still think you're making stuff up, Mitch. I'm going to make up a cricket back choke in a minute. Kamakubo charges out of his corner again, overhand right. No stance behind it. Left hand has a bit of mustard. Sprawls out as Pucci attempts a takedown.
See Bruno Pucci shot in for the double leg, but Kami Kubo wasn't having any of that. Immediately shut that down, presses him back up against the corner where we spent probably about 80% of this match, and then we just see what Kami Kubo is starting to do. He's trying to suck the legs away, hold him down, smash on it.
Mitch, you're talking about time spent in the corner, about 80%. How does it differ training and preparation for competing in a ring where there are corners where you can spend that time as opposed to a circle where there are no corners?
Typically the circle wall especially, it favors the grappler because you're able to kind of hold people down, pin him inside that corner, and you're just able to beat on him. But it also kind of makes things a little bit more difficult because when you're being pressed up against that circle wall, you can use that wall to stand back up, and it just creates a little bit different mentality. Typically, strikers favor the ring, grapplers favor the circle, but it depends on each individual and also what that individual has at their home gym. And I know United MMA, where Bruno Pucci trains at, I think they have a circle wall. So I'm pretty sure Kami Kubo at his gym at Tri-H Studio, I believe they have some kind of ring set up there. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to misquote me on that one, but you can just see, Bruno Pucci's trying to utilize the the corner there, because it also makes it easier to reach around and sort of grab your opponent. The circle wall is there. It kind of doesn't give you that same sort of reach. You can't really slide your hands in the same way. So it might be favoring Kami Kubo in this particular sense.
3 minutes remaining. Bruno Pucci will try and spin the pendulum here and find a finish on Shuya Kamakubo. Slow first round for Kamakubo, great first round for Pucci. Second round though, the man from Yokohama came on strong and continues here in the third and final, peppering the tank there from Kamakubo. Really continue that great streak in which he beat the likes of Muhammad Ayman, Taekwon Kim. The new weight division, as we've said here, for Bruno Pucci. How do you think he's handling, folks? Once again, an overwhelming amount of fans tipped a Bruno Pucci win tonight on One Fantasy, the world's largest martial arts fantasy game, available now on the One Super app. Up on there now on your phone or your tablet, play along, choose your winners tonight and see if you come up front. Pucci hunting off his back here, Dragon.
Yeah, Bruno Pucci's doing a good job of just sort of nullifying any submission attempts. And that would be, his how good his defense really truly is on the ground. But I mean, just the overall outstanding wrestling that Kami Kubo has demonstrated has just been spectacular. He has just been all over Bruno Pucci, just shutting down every single area of his game. To out-grapple this BJJ World Champion of Bruno Pucci's caliber is definitely telling you just how good Kami Kubo's ground game is.
Bruno Pucci always hunting for a finish, 100% finishing rate for the Pucci ball. He wins. Doesn't win by decision, he wins by finish. 6 of 7 by submission. Most of those by relay control. Kamakubo inside of his closed guard. Throws the guard up a little higher now, the Pucci ball. 45 seconds remaining now. A lot of pressure applied here, Dragon, by Kamakubo.
You can see Bruno Pucci's trying to change direction. He's got very active hips. He's always trying to lean over one way. See, just like that, he was trying to attack possibly a Kimura sweep, but Kami Kubo is just so lucky on top. He's able to shut down any attempt that Bruno Pucci possibly throws up at him.
Kick there from Pucci. Kamakubo plows through with that right hand. There's another one from Kamakubo in the third. Ground and pound from Kamakubo. Goes to ground now, drills the knees. Nice knee from Kamakubo off the right leg. Pucci's face exposed, now they have trouble back into the corner. They're going down to judge it. Wherever you're watching, folks, let us know on Twitter, on Facebook. Who do you think won it, Bruno Pucci or Kamakubo?
Yeah, the story of this entire match was the top control of Shunya Kami Kubo. Just putting a beating on Bruno Pucci. Every single position that he was hit on, he was just ground and pounding, delivering a lot of big bombs from the top position, not really trying to advance his position, not showing a lot of ground control, but just smothering the top position and delivering a lot of good ground and pound. Good performance from Shunya Kami Kubo.
We're inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium. I'd now advance around, we're at about 95% full. Let's go to Tom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Shunya Kami Kubo.
Kamakubo, a fantastic second and third round. Pucci may have had the first and scored overall. And the winner's medal goes back to Yokohama, Japan, around the neck of Shunya Kamakubo. Great win to end the year. And coming up next, it's a One Super Series Muay Thai clash at flyweight. This one's going to be good. UN Tradunat takes on Yuta Watanabe.
Representing Japan, Yuta Watanabe.
29-year-old Yuta Watanabe out of Kanagawa, Japan, the WMC Muay Thai Open champion. Played soccer as a youngster, but became enamored with martial arts after he saw Japanese superstar Masato on television. Oh, Masato, one of my favourites, former K1 Max World Champion. This man, WPMF Muay Thai Super Bantamweight Japan Champion, WMC Muay Thai Open Champion, J-Network Super Bantamweight Champion, 6 centimetres taller than his opponent tonight. Watanabe brings in a 29-10-3 record. This one is going to have fireworks, folks. If you've never seen Nguyen Tran before, you're in for a treat.
Representing Vietnam, #1, Nguyen Tran Yu.
If you've never seen this man compete before, you are in for a treat. He's the most decorated, the most famous combat athlete in Vietnam. A 5-time WMF World Champion. #1, they call him, Nguyen Tran Donut. Last time out against Usman Shea Will, his overhand right knockout in the 3rd round was spectacular in Ho Chi Minh City. Everything this man does is spectacular. An absolute whirlwind, a typhoon, a tornado of a man in the ring. I can't wait to see what tricks he pulls out tonight. Mitch, this man is just full of wonder and fantasy.
Yeah, you could see the way this wizard was setting up that massive overhand right. He saved the best for last, scoring a huge knockout in 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the very last round back in Vietnam, and absolutely sent the crowd at Immortal Triumph into a frenzy. He has a lot of different weapons, but that big overhand right is really something special. So watch the way that he chooses to set it up. But this guy, he has a black belt in traditional Vietnamese martial arts, and he's been able to translate that into some very effective martial arts skills. He's got a lot of leg kicks. He likes to set up the hands by throwing that big leg kick. He's also good at the dumps, the sweeps, and the trips. But watch the way this guy starts attacking the head. He's got beautiful high kicks, but again, that monstrous right hand is something special.
Excitement personified for Nguyen Tran Donut. It's a One Super Series Muay Thai clash set for 3 rounds of action. Vietnam versus Japan. 2 Muay Thai stylists. Watanabe's the taller. Let's go to Tom Lau.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds of 3 minutes in a One Super Series flyweight Muay Thai contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is a WMC Muay Thai Open Champion, standing at 173 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai and kickboxing record of 29 wins and 10 losses. Training out of Iowa Sports Gym, representing Japan. Please welcome Yuta Watanabe. And now, introducing his opponent out of the red corner, he is a 5-time WMF World Champion, standing at 167 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai record of 11 wins and 2 losses. Training out of Ho Chi Minh City Muay Team, representing Vietnam. representing number 1, Nguyen Tran Duy Duy. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Olivier Coste.
Alright guys, watch out for headbutt, a low blow back of the head and spine. When I ask you to break, I want a clean break, okay? Touch glory if you want.
Final instructions from Olivier Coste. First round set for 3 inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium for one championship edge of greatness, the hottest ticket in town tonight. And this one could be spectacular. Look out for Nguyen Tran Duy Duy in the black from Vietnam. Once his confidence gets flowing, so too do the acrobatic techniques. Bigger of the two, Yuta Watanabe, needs to use the reach advantage here. Nguyen will take his time, find the openings. Watanabe could not afford to let the Vietnamese combatant set the metronome. Brought down the house in Ho Chi Minh City on September 6th. The most popular, the most famous combat athlete in Vietnam, we are told, is a pop culture figure there. He is on various TV shows and radio shows. Inside leg kick from Nguyen. Watanabe, seeing what this AG Vietnamese has to offer. Good inside leg check there from Nguyen. As always, Nguyen stripped and striated. Glorious mullet too. Hook there from Watanabe. Goes to the outside lead leg. That check is working well though for Nguyen. Every time he throws the round kick, it's loaded with power. Watanabe's got to protect his neck, especially that side, the left side of his neck. And taller will not prevent Nguyen getting up there on him. Checks the low kick again, does Nguyen. I like the way he's checking these kicks, and he checks the low kick once more.
He's got really good movement, staying nice and light, but he is circling to the power side of Watanabe. So he's really got to try to slow down. You can see how flat-footed Watanabe is, just kind of standing there in front of him. So I like how Nguyen was starting to go to the legs, going to the inside leg kick, but also there's a nice little hole that's starting to develop in the sort of the body of Watanabe. So I'd like to see Nguyen start to go to the body with those big thunderous right kicks that he's got.
Watanabe looks a little cautious to me at the moment. He knows the reputation though of the 5-time world champion, Nguyen. Nguyen comes, oh there's the head kick I spoke about, to the left side of the neck. You could see it coming early on in the round and it's landed for the first time.
30 seconds left in the first round.
Nguyen glances towards his corner. Gives him a little nod, and there it is again, it's over. That's done. Surely it's gone. Oh, he's coming up from it. I don't know how. I don't think he can go on here, Watanabe.
He's tough, Olivier Watanabe. He's tough, but he's getting jumped all over on him.
Over now, surely.
Olivier Coste giving him a chance to breathe.
Wow, he's going to see out the round amazingly. As Nguyen tries to finish him, 2 clean head kicks to the left side of the neck. We mentioned early on, it was unprotected. It was always going to be the target.
Wow, that was beautiful. You could start to see, the game plan unfold. Nguyen started to touch up that inside leg, and then he goes foot to the back of the head of Watanabe. You can see Watanabe pops back up, says he's okay, but then gets caught again with that high kick for the second knockdown in the first round. Olivier Coste let that one go. Yuya Watanabe is tough as nails. He's going to allow it to keep going.
This man was excitement personified. Nguyen Tran Duy Duy. If you've never seen him before, I'm sure after tonight, he's going to become one of your favorites in one Super Series. Just about full to capacity now inside the massive Singapore Indoor Stadium. Will Nguyen Tran Duy Duy finish him out? Don't forget, folks, follow us across all your social media platforms at One Championship on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. 55% of fans in their one fantasy game tipping a win tonight for Nguyen Tran Do Nhat. Again, Watanabe's got to cover the left side of his neck.
Yeah, he's got to glue that hand to the side of his head right now because Nguyen Tran Do Nhat sees something. He is going to start to go head hunting momentarily.
He may remain drop.
Right.
That's over the sword. Yes, that's it. I told you, he is amazing. The crowd going bananas in Singapore for him, just like they did in Ho Chi Minh City. Here's something special, folks. His name, Nguyen Tran Do Nhat. 3 knockdowns on a hapless Yuta Watanabe, all courtesy of that wicked, that vicious and delicious roundhouse kick.
The power of the mullet continues, doing Kevin Bellingon proud as he wrapped that shin around the chin of Watanabe and beautifully set up that head kick knockout. 3rd time's a charm. That's all she wrote. That was beautifully timed and delivered by Nguyen Tran Do Nhat.
Exceptional athlete, phenomenal finishing prowess. Look at this. Beautifully placed, right roundhouse kick, loops around the back of the neck. Boom! That one to the temple. Watanabe, no place to go but down. You can look at it all night long. Look at this. The perfectly placed shin to head. Let's go to Dom Lau, make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Olivier Coste, has called a stop to this contest after 30 seconds in the 2nd round. For your winner, by way of knockout, Nguyen Tran Do Nhat!
Listen to that ovation. They know something special when they see it here in Singapore. And look at the respect. This moment of honor between Nguyen Tran Do Nhat of Vietnam and Yuta Watanabe of Japan. The winner's medal goes back to Vietnam. Around the neck of number 1, Nguyen Tran Do Nhat. Beware the flyweight division. This man is rolling like no other.